Hi, this is Dr. Sage Breslin, and this is Wisdom Wednesdays, my special series on my journey with cancer. So, I'm wondering how many of you have ever run away from home as an adult? It sounds funny, I know, but this journey has been, complex. And I think that there's so much that is happening, above and below the surface with my experience. And there are days where I forget that, my children are in this with me, and that sometimes being in this with me is not pleasant. They're such amazing boys, and they really, I think, have showed up in such a delightful way. And yet I forget that, on the days where I'm particularly tender or confused or stressed, that, that's going to show up in them as well. They're going to reflect that back to me. And I think that's something that's really true about kids in general, that anytime a parent is having complicated emotions, that children will simply act it out and show you exactly what's going on. They may not have language, but they have behavior, and they have the energy of what's moving around them. And so I noticed today I was trying to get, a few things done, and I realized that I was probably, on the hungry side and probably needed to eat. And what didn't occur to me was maybe they would also feel the same way. And so I came in the house and I had an agenda. I mean, not a bad agenda, something that was in their best interest, but I had it on my mind that it was going to go a certain way. And within a few minutes, I was just met with all of this, I didn't even know what to call it, conflict and hubbub. And I thought, oh my God, I just need to go and get a few errands done. And as I was driving, the errands were not necessary, by the way. At some point, yes. But as I was driving, I realized, this was the feeling, like I just wanted to run away from home. And it wasn't like I wanted to run away from home permanently, for sure. It was that I wanted somewhere to go. I wanted somewhere else to be. I wanted to not be in that emotion, not be with all that stuff happening around me. And I realized that during this chemotherapy, it's something that I've noticed a lot, is that my hypersensitivity, or what I like to be, what I like to call my being sensitized, is like on loud. It's like at a level 10. And so as things are happening and I feel them, I'm feeling them way louder and way more intensely than I have in the past. So the urge to run away from home, like, normally might be like, ugh, I want to go to my room, or I want to go take a walk, is like, oh my God, I have to get out of here. So I have no doubt maybe they feel the same way. Maybe that's why they go to their rooms and play video games. I don't know. But I noticed that as I took that separation and got myself a snack and came here to beautiful, quiet place where I could just kind of capture my thoughts and record some for you, maybe from you too. I noticed myself calming down. But I just thought about it. How many times in my life have I had that feeling where I wanted to run? I guess it's a lot. This time, it's not like I'm running from anything all that worrisome. I just needed to take a break, I think, from all of this. And there's no break from it, which is interesting. So, yeah, it's been an interesting week. Had kind of an adverse reaction to some of my meds, so that has been getting used to those kinds of experiences, and also being so incredibly grateful that my experience with the chemo thus far is so much better, I think, than a lot of people. And I noticed that everything that's coming up, I just noticed myself way more intense about things than I have been in the past. And so I guess I have to give myself a grain of salt and keep placing everything in context and remembering that, this is a space in time that's very unusual and that it won't last forever. So if you're contemplating anything this week, perhaps give thought to, what do you do when your emotions are super intense and you just want to run away from home? And if you do run away from home, where do you go? Yeah. And study, if there are people around you, are they also reflecting your energy or your emotions? And, what do you do with that? I think at least when I go home, I'll maybe do some cooking and try to kind of bring out the stability of the household. And then I guess we probably need to talk about the fact that we all may be sharing certain feelings of wanting to run away from all of this as it gets closer and closer. So this is Wisdom Wednesdays, and I'm Dr. Sage Breslin. Thank you so much for being part of my tribe and being on this journey with me. I am so incredibly grateful for you.